Alright, we are continuing the Eden quest line. We're basically just gonna solo level 100 paladin unsynced for whatever raids I am given. As far as I know, just the entire way. When I eventually am able to make a party for my blue mage that will be level synced in order to learn the spells that I need from Eden 1 and Eden 12, I plan to record those also. But, this is mostly for storyline up until that happens. So, this quest is called Nor Any Drop to Drink, given to us by Ryne. We are inside of the core. Here we go. Cutscene. I feel a lot more confident in my ability to control Eden now. Of course, this is only the beginning. And we shall accompany thee wheresoever this path may lead. But pray tell, what manner of discovery hast thou made? Says Urianger. I understand how Eden's power works. And therefore the true nature of the flood of light? Yes, it affected the balance of all of the ether in the empty, shifting it so far toward the umbral that it stopped flowing altogether. The power to tip the scales. She nods. And to tip them back again. That's what Eden does. It controls the balance of ether over a wide area, forcing it from one alignment to the other. Left alone, it still poses a threat, but if I can harness its power, I think I could use it to breathe life back into the empty. She looks down. The trouble is, I haven't the foggiest idea of where to start. And if I go about this the wrong way, I'll do more harm than good. He smiles at her. Thou needest not bear this burden alone, Ryne. Thou needest not bear this burden alone, Ryne, nor should thou. Am I running out of breath at the end of that sentence? Is that what it is? 'Tis no simple matter of awakening that which lies dormant. All things in nature are inextricably linked. The elements maintain a fragile harmony, without which life cannot prosper. So, what should we do? A solution hath begun to take shape in my mind, though it will require further discussion. For the time being, let us return to the camp. 'Twould be remiss of us not to involve Thancred. And we leave the core. Sorry, I'm so sorry. And you can't mount here, so you just gotta run, right? Yeah, that is right. Okay. We talked to Urianger to continue with another cutscene. My friends, I believe I have struck upon a method by which we may see this world restored. Urianger, before you go any further, allow me to make a potentially very long story slightly shorter. The plan is to control Eden and realign the ether of the empty, right? Says Thancred. In essence, yes. However, unleashing elemental energies haphazardly will not suffice. In addition, the empty is unfathomably vast. Were we only able to effect change over one small region at a time, it would take many lifetimes to complete even a fraction of our task. Instead, our energies would be better spent revitalizing each element in order, that we might set in motion a more widespread transformation. One at a time. I hate to say this, but I don't think Eden will be able to draw out a single element without affecting the others. For that very reason, we shall select a location in which the ambient ether we wish to restore is at its most potent. Even in a dormant state, certain elements will be more prevalent and therefore more easily manipulated. Then we rebalance the ether and return it to the land, whereupon it shall be borne on ethereal currents to the farthest reaches of the empty. But what's to prevent that element from breaking free of Eden's hold and causing a disaster of some sort? It must needs be contained. The question is, how? He turns to me. Mercy, indulge me a moment, if thou wouldst. Pray imagine a corporeal manifestation of each of the individual elements. What dost thou see in thy mind's eye? The ether... I wasn't going to say Mughals. I was going to say, Titan, Ifrit, Garuda, etc. My options are surely not, or... Mughals? ? Surely not. Mayhap thou art afeard to utter the fateful word, for to even speak the name primal is to invite misfortune. Though invite it we must. As the ether is drawn forth and realigned by Eden, we shall perform a summon as Master Louisoix once did on the fields of Carteneau. As one who hath laid low countless primals, thy memories will shape the ether into a deiform entity, which must subsequently be dispersed in the traditional fashion. So, defeat it, in other words. But is that even possible? I look to everybody and then to Ryne, and my options are I break my fast on primals, or it's either that or being torn to shreds, or, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure I can. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure I can. I did some glamour for my pally. Lest thou forget, 'twill be no more than an approximation of a foe thou hast previously bested. I have every confidence in thine abilities, Mercy. I nod to him. As do I, though it might help to have some idea of what you will be up against. Have you decided which element to tackle first? I propose water, the source of all life. The Leviathan... Was it hard? I had this... Well, I didn't have to solo it. I could have looked for a group. But in order to get the... I think it's Veil of the Whirl, a blue magic spell, I soloed Leviathan hard, and gosh dang it, it was hard. But did it, eventually. Wait, no. I don't remember for sure. Don't listen to me. As for the location, an area to the west of Norvrant was once home to the world's deepest ocean. Alas, the flood of light reduced it to a yawning chasm. Water. Yes, that seems like a good choice. I'll see if Eden can take us where we need to go. And I shall prepare for the summoning. Thancred, wouldst thou keep watch over our enigmatic antagonist? She may have vital information to impart. In the event that she becometh agitated, thou mayest have need to restrain her. Someone's got to do it, I suppose. I'll be praying for your success while I wait here, twiddling my thumbs. Urianger nods to him. Ryne nods to him. To Urianger. The two of them leave. Thancred watches them go. I'm still here. Still, I must say I don't envy you being caught up in yet another one of Urianger's madcap schemes. Though, come to think of it, if the creature you must fight is born from your own memories and imagination, why don't you try thinking of something a bit tamer than the primals you fought in the past? Perhaps that's not how it works. Anyway, best of luck. Okay. Rawr. Rawr, rawr, just one bean. Rawr, rawr, Rasputin. Alright, back in the core, we talk to Ryne to continue this weird scheme. Eden seems to be responding well to my instructions, so we should reach our destination in no time at all. Cutscene. Black screen right now. Alright, this is the place. I'll see if I can draw out the water aspected ether. The rest is up to you, Mercy. I'm still in the core. Memories of Leviathan come flooding back. I reach out a hand toward a blue rotating circle. Eden's Gate Inundation is now accessible. They were already these colors before this plan, so it's kind of interesting. Raid, Inundation, go time. We have an entry where we're it looks like we're in a chasm between two very tall cliffs, and it does look like Leviathan is swimming in some water that is at the bottom of this chasm. rock just comes out of the sides of the walls and such and forms a square platform. We see Heriter of the Whorl, Leviathan, two-headed. So I have gone and made this even harder. I have not watched a video. Let's go. So far their basic attacks are doing 25, 31, which I'm pretty sure I just kind of naturally heal pretty easily. Even that only did 6208. Probably a group-wide damage thing that can't be. It's a spread-out mechanic right here. That did 28, or almost 29, to a tank. Level 100 tank. Oh. A lot of the board is covered by whatever that is. Kind of a diagonal, thick attack. Drenching Pulse is a big circle under probably the tank, and then another spread out mechanic. You have a little bit of time to get across as another diagonal, really thick, goes across. Tidal Roar. Spread out mechanic as well. Haven't had to use any sort of defenses yet. Even for a grouping mechanic, it'll probably do like 1/6 of my hit points. Okay. There's a water spout on my right. I don't know what it's gonna mean here. Has that always been there? Nope. Okay. That is a knockback. Dang. See, if you don't watch this is why I always recommend, if you're gonna be doing something with a group, you watch the fight. Unless it is the very first time everybody in the group has done this thing, and you're all learning together, and that's kind of the point. Because normally you don't run toward things, you know? A water spout generally, I would think, would mean you run away to the other side. But this is a knockback, so it is what it is. I forgot how this works. So yeah, he has a cast called Tidal Wave. You look for the side that the water spout is. And as a tank, you can still keep hitting him. You just have to beat him down in this corner. It only moves you half the field, and then his heads make it look like he's about to blast either side of us. And that was correct. He's actually knocked off a portion of the platform on each side. There's a stacking mechanic. I'm just gonna pop Holy Sheltron for it. Which gives me a regen as well as, you know, negates some of the damage. Okay, very small bit that you can actually stand on to avoid this diagonal now. Probably like a little corner in the front and the opposite corner in the back. And then the sides of the platform come back. Tsunami. I guess I'm just gonna eat it. Okay. What's this? Oh. I guess this is probably a get away from... What? That's... Was I the knockback right there? So, like, that thing seemed to be centered on a person and had knockback waves? Which makes me think that I was the knockback. So this is what it's like when worlds collide. 50%. Maelstrom. Don't know what that is yet. But there are circles of water. Do I want to get into these? Oh, they expand. Okay. And I got vulnerability from whatever that was. Yay. And from whatever that was. Am I supposed to get into one of these as those things are shooting across? Is that the idea? So there were circles of water, and getting into them gives you Dropsy, which is a debuff that's just a dot, really. And then, but I guess that would be how you avoid what apparently was unavoidable. Like, area-wide damage. Now we know. Oh shit. Didn't see the tidal wave. Could have just wiped again. And then I didn't see the faces were pulling in energy. Awesome. Awesome. I should do this as Black Mage. I'd be able to kill it faster, at least. Maybe that would be. Fight or flight did not last for like everything that I want it to last for, so I would want to use I'm so busy looking at my buttons and watching them light up to use them that I failed to realize I was about to get hit by a thing. There's Tidal Wave, which is on the left now. But I did establish that it only knocks you back half the way, but his heads are gonna light up, and he's gonna take out the sides of the platform, at least this first time. I don't know if it's random. Like, if he takes out the middle or the sides first. The only 2 times I've seen it so far, it's taken out the sides the first time. I am the spread out mechanic. I'm sorry, I am the knockback mechanic. So I would probably want to go to a corner if that was on me, so people could just get knocked back away from the corner very easily in multiple directions. He hasn't done anything for a few seconds here. Did I lag out? Oh no. Do we get a DDoS? After 2 failures, I get a DDoS. Oh no, tidal roar. Okay, what? What just happened? That was weird. I've never seen that long of a period of nothingness happening. Okay, Maelstrom is the water circles that you... Okay, one... Okay, I want to be in this water circle to avoid this, right? Nope, still got... Okay, that sucks. But can I avoid that? Oh, so it isn't... It doesn't cover the entire... That's weird. It looked like it... Maybe I just stood in the wrong spot the last time. That sucks. Okay. The middle is theoretically going to get blasted away after some kind of a wave thing. So... Okay, yeah, he's blasting the middle. I'm far enough on the side, yeah. So the party would be split. Not that that's probably a big deal. Drenching Pulse. We're at 25%, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost there. Uh-oh. Run, 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 run! I wonder if this would be instant death, too. I kind of feel like if you're melee, you would want to end up on... Actually, I guess it doesn't matter, because you kind of just split it. One side, you're good on the front, one side, you're good on the... Yeah, and then he does it the other way. So, kind of whatever skis. There's no you're absolutely fucked side, you know, which is always good. And then, yeah, nothing really new happened. How much damage does this do? Oh, it gets a vuln stat. Whatever. Not a big a deal. Okay. He's gonna blast the sides again. Which is instant death. Tsunami. Which I think is just unavoidable. It's his big move, his big group-wide move, but... And it turns the entire field like you're underwater. Like he is doing circles around the platform, and in the middle of the circle that he's forming is water. Okay, sorry for the wipes, but I had no idea what I was doing. The two heads of this Leviathan are like writhing, as well as the long snaky body, or eel-like body, whatever, and then they roar to the skies as they disintegrate into blue motes. I wonder how I would do on Black Mage. Like, if I can't really heal, I also wasn't taking a whole lot of damage, you know. Nothing special in the drops. We talked to Ryne to finish the quest. That was incredible! Is that what a primal looks like? I explain, or I tell her something, you know. Give her a tail or whatever. I didn't do my sword. I didn't glamour my sword. I didn't actually look to see if I don't like it or not, but I think I had already glamored it to something I liked, and I didn't get a new sword, so... Oh, not quite the same then, but why is that? The Leviathan of the Source was summoned by the Sahagin, to whom he was no less than a god. Without their faith, the deiform entity that we brought into existence differed on a fundamental level, though it was no less formidable. The manifestation relied upon Mercy's experiences of Leviathan, and may have been influenced by recollections of other water-aspected beings, leading to further discrepancies. Memories brought to life. But I still can't tell if our plan actually worked. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. We get a call. I get a call. How goes it? Says Thancred. I tell him something. If you finish slaying your primal, or whatever it is, I suggest you get back here on the double. There's something you ought to see. I acknowledge. I let my compatriots know. What could that be? Evidently, our only recourse is to return to our base of operations forthwith. She nods to him, holds out her hand to the device she plays with. So this core, to try to better explain it a little bit, a large circular room, but, you know, maybe only at most the width of a football field. 100 yards, 100 meters, whatever. They're not the same, but they're close enough for me, for this purpose. And then, but it's like empty. There's no walls. Instead, the width, I'm saying what the width is, because where there might be walls, there are instead sometimes along this kind of cylindrical path, like big circles, like that kind of look like monitors maybe. Like one was showing, I think, an outside view of Eden, and it was blue, and there was another red monitor kind of thing. And anyway, we get 3,000 gil and a tenacity +8, so it's a level 7 materia, and then an option once again. These don't sell. You just get like 217 gil for selling it at a vendor. They sell for cheaper. People are selling them for cheaper on the marketplace, which is fine. You know, do what you gotta do if you just want to supply things. We get this little like post cutscene where Thancred is at the camp as we teleport in, and Ryne goes running over to him. He's looking at something, and then Ryne, mouth open a little bit, looking at it too. Mercy, look. And was okay. So there's a body of water before us, and in that body of water there is a kind of a round rock protruding from it. From that rock is a like leaning Tower of Pisa kind of slanted tower kind of thing of what looks like ice. It's like a clear, not clear, but it's like an aquamarine turquoise kind of blue ice tower. And there was something else about it near the top. I can't remember what it is, but like another rock's jutting out from the side of it a little bit. But there is a body of water here. I don't remember there being water before. Like it was just a white, barren wasteland, I thought. Orion J says, "By the 12's good grace, 'tis a marvel to behold." She turns and like does a double fist pump. I never thought that a whole lake would suddenly appear like this. There's even like this little triple waterfall thing, which I mean like it's one fall, but it goes down and then horizontal, and then down and horizontal, and down and horizontal. Yeah. And we're just getting started. I only hope the burden is not too much for you, Mercy. I did die a couple times, but, you know, my fault for not watching a video. Okay, yeah, and there are some smaller blue, much smaller blue crystals that are floating around this blue crystal tower. Pretty cool. But we've created a lake. That's it for this video. I will make the next one post haste as soon as I post this one. I said post too many times. And anyway, bye for now. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you soon. Wait, nope, gotta do the wave first. Bye.